I have a clip here for you of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of the most detached from reality and deranged Congress people that we currently have. It's brutal that we have to discuss someone in a position of power such as Marjorie Taylor Greene, but we do. And she once again announced that she wants to impeach President Biden. Now, I will show this to you because she immediately then accidentally reveals why she is so illegitimate in what she's saying. Her point is so illegitimate, and the talking points she's laying out are so laughably unserious. She makes the point in another statement she makes during this same bit of remarks. And then we'll get to Kevin McCarthy parroting these same talking points, because Marjorie Greene is now the core of the Republican Party, as is being reflected with their partnership. So here's this first, and then we'll discuss further.
What I'm demanding is that the Republican-led House of Representatives move forward on an impeachment inquiry on Joe Biden, because this type of corruption should never be allowed to stand. We must expunge President Trump's wrongful impeachments, and we must impeach Joe Biden.
So the thing now is, let's expunge Trump's impeachments, erase them, and then impeach Biden for his corruption that they haven't been able to prove. And before I show you the second clip of Marjorie Greene accidentally embarrassing herself by proving that she's very unserious and all these talking points and absolutely not aligned with the facts, I'll show you Kevin McCarthy going on Fox News, very similar time, and saying a similar thing, that he wants to start putting forward an impeachment inquiry and investigating Biden further, as if House Republicans haven't investigated Biden enough already. And one of the things he says, hold on to it, then we'll get back to Marjorie Greene. Okay.
And you're sitting here today where now you have found millions of foreign money, just what the 1023 alleges they did to Biden's family. Now we found that it has funneled through shell companies. If you're sitting in our position today, we would know none of this if Republicans had not taken the majority.
Hold that. We would know none of this if Republicans hadn't taken the majority. What's making Kevin McCarthy, presumably the Republican caucus, ready to start talking about an impeachment inquiry is that their majority has uncovered new evidence against Joe Biden. They haven't, but they say that they have. And then we'll get back to Marjorie Greene saying something that doesn't at all comply with that.
Only followed where the information has taken us. But Hannity, this is rising to the level of impeachment inquiry, which provides Congress the strongest power to get the rest of the knowledge and information needed. Because this president has also used something we have not seen since Richard Nixon, used the weaponization of government to benefit his family and deny Congress the ability to have the oversight.
All of my segments would be way too long if every time a talking point like that came up, I went through and extensively fact-checked it. But all of my coverage of the hearings they've done and the Hunter Biden stuff and the weaponization talking points, I've gone through that so many times. So reference those if you're curious why he's being dishonest there. But to go back to Marjorie Greene's remarks, she said this. Remember, Kevin McCarthy's saying it's now time to possibly impeach Biden because of what we've uncovered since we got the majority, which was, of course, in 2023. And Marjorie Greene comes out and says, hey, during these remarks, I've been wanting to impeach Biden since the day after he got into office.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On January 21st, 2021, I introduced articles of impeachment against Joe Biden. And less than 2 weeks later, I was kicked off all of my committees by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. They said it was for Facebook comments and replies and likes, but we all know the truth. It was because my articles of impeachment on Joe Biden were correct.
How could you possibly have something to impeach a president over on the day after, on January 21st, when he got in on January 20th of 2021? So that is showing to all the people how it always was a political stunt. She says it's based on things he did as vice president, which still doesn't make sense. Why are you impeaching the president for things he did as vice president? But you definitely don't have things he did as president yet. to impeach him over. And now that very much emphasizes the lack of credibility you have in your accusations against Biden now, because we've seen these same bribery accusations be put forward and debunked a gazillion times, and they've had opportunity after opportunity to prove what they're saying about Biden and Hunter Biden, and they haven't been able to. And so now it's left just a clear, to any reasonable person, political stunt. That's all it is. It's an attempt to hurt President Biden politically in the lead up to a presidential re-election bid. And Marjorie Greene, better than anyone right there, made that very point by pointing out that she's been wanting to impeach him since the day after he got into office. So no, Kevin McCarthy, this impeachment charade, it's not because you've actually uncovered some serious concerning things since you had your majority, because we see your members have been wanting this and pushing for this the entire time. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are able to be uploaded to the YouTube channel, plus get the bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership, and there's a link in the description.